Well.
But yeah, man, we can go on to safer topics.
There's lots to discuss this
Yeah,
week.
because I looked in H's eyes, he's like, I don't know how we segue from Westwood to something clean, but
bro, it's just a slippery slope at this point, fam. So,
and I ain't on it today.
Yeah. So sorry,
this stuff, beef, it's right up my street. This is what I came here for today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready for this one. So Chip Stormzy,
Shellings.
yeah, Shellington Crescent. We finally got confirmation that it's on and popping.
I think my man confirmed it himself.
Who?
Chip, innit?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, by him dropping the disc. We got the cryptic photo of him in the petrol station, and once I saw that,
I'm home or something like that.
Man said, I'm home.
Man's got membership at that Shell petrol station.
No, he deserves a black card at this point. Still, yeah.
Man's getting petrol for 90p a litre. He's got to be.
Fucking hell.
Is it? No. Imagine pulling up to a petrol station and just see a random Don just rapping.
You have to drive round, man, bro.
Hey, what? No, I just told man, yo, listen, whilst your hair makes yourself useful, put the petrol in my tank, bro, because your hair just yapping away, bro. Especially in this, bro, we don't want to get out of the whip, innit? So, but yeah, he dropped the disc, and we were saying I was saying before we started recording that I thought it was light. And Haich was of the impression that it's not. It's cold, innit?
Ain't light.
He started off with Flowers.
Yeah.
That's the one that's in the petrol station. I thought it was cold, I ain't even gonna lie. The disc itself was cold, but I just didn't rate the moves. Do you know what I mean? But we can get into like what everyone thinks of the actual disc.
So just to clarify, when I say light, I'm not saying that I think it's shit. I'm with you, I think it's good.
Yeah.
But I'm saying light in terms of I feel like he's got more in the tank, and that didn't take much out of him. He didn't exert himself that much right in that first one, innit? I feel like he's got about 4 parked off, possibly 6, maybe even 7. Just in case. I wish a nigga would. Bars, innit? Yeah, I wish a nigga would.
He's been waiting.
That type of vibe, innit? So
he's been waiting.
That's why I think it's light, innit? So you think it's cold, Haich thinks it's cold, Sosa thinks it's cold. Chrissy, you heard of this? Yeah? Think it's cold?
I agree.
Yeah? You agree? Cool. So you were saying moves.
Do you wanna play a little bit of it?
Go on, run a little bit of it, man. Little segment.
Yeah. For our listeners, in case they ain't heard this.
Off the cuff worldwide, baby.
Where you live too, but that is not the point of this. Pull up, catch me lacking, plan failed, there's no avoiding this. Don't know what you heard about Essex, but it's calm, dog. And they ain't used to black people screaming down the car park. So let me ask you this, Mr. Roadman, cause you don't get the program. It seems like you wanna lose it all. If my niggas pull up at your gate, screaming, shouting down the place, who the fuck you think your neighbor's gonna call? Picky choosy gangster, don't know why you think you're so hard. But millionaire does the ride outs in his own car, Lamborghini truck, nice one, reverse and go yard.
That's a good place to stop it. Do you know how angry you have to be to pull up in a Urus? That shows there was no thought, no planning. What? You're chatting shit? I'm dead now.
Cool. Bro, and like where Stormzy's from and where Chip says he lives, do you know how long of a drive that is?
It's a fast whip.
Bro, I hear that. But,
I like what he said there. Yeah.
It is.
I can get there quick.
Bro.
Urus, baby. It's a Urus.
Bro,
yeah.
It's still a long drive.
Yeah.
Mid-pandemic. In the height of pandemic.
In the middle of a Panasonic.
In the panoramic. We're in the panoramic.
We're in the middle of a panoramic.
Word to Ghana.
In the middle of a what? Panasonic. What?
Bruv, like, yeah, you gotta be vexed, man. Like, you just want to kick someone's head in at that point.
Yeah.
The thing is, you know in your heart, bro, Chip's the kind of brother that makes you want to fuck him up.
Yeah.
Like, he's got that.
There's been dons like that in the past that, like, yo, do you know what? I'm just gonna boot your head in. That's the only way, bruv.
Them little cheeky youths.
Yeah, fam.
He's the one at school that was constantly drawing you out. And then when the teacher finally does get involved, you're the person that's kicked off. So now you're getting kicked out of the class.
And now you're an ace.
Yeah. Like, miss, I don't even know why he did that. He's that you.
You've been instigating for the whole semester.
Keep my under the table.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you were saying, before you played it, you said you didn't rate the moves.
Yeah.
We break down the moves because I've got my
Alright,
perspective.
so
you can go. And
So obviously, like it's a rollout for him, innit? So number one, you post a pic saying I'm home. Everyone knows that place is famously known for a previous diss that you done. Do you know what I'm saying? Like when you were clashing Youngin and Tiny, right? So that just insinuates that you're sending for someone, innit? Because you've set that precedent already. You've set the standard, right? And then you drop. I don't know in what order it was. Whether he dropped the video of Stormzy pulling up to his yard and then flowers.
So I saw that earlier. I saw it in Snapchat.
Right.
And his manager's Instagram as well.
Right. So there you go. Like, and I'm thinking, if this was like 4 months ago, and then now you've dropped the diss alongside telling us that mixtape coming soon, that's your incentive.
Yeah.
And then within the diss, regardless of how cold he constructed everything together on that song, bruv, like you're contradicting a lot of things that you're saying.
What's his contradiction?
So you're like, so he's trying to play like, he's trying to draw you out, but then play the innocent card. Then he's like, so he's saying stuff like, 1 minute is Black Lives Matter, what doesn't mine matter? And I'm like,
can't lie, that line sounded so hilarious. He's like, what?
Like,
what? Why are you on me? I'm black too, bro.
On the same song that you were like, bro, I know where you live too. Like, if you were to come to my bit, if I was to come to your bit with my dons, it would be a different thing. So I'm like, what are you? Really saying
if anyone's comes to take my life, they're going with me.
That's
do you know
my favorite line.
That's my favorite line, but I respect it. Because if I'm gonna go, I'm bringing company with me.
Right.
Yeah, surely.
I hear that.
You think it's a solo trip?
But I'm like,
what? God said I should bring you in it.
Yeah.
So I brought you in it.
That's a +1, bro.
Yeah.
I just didn't respect the thing of like, because at the end of the day, yeah, no one would have really known about that altercation if you didn't post that.
The thing,
there's certain people that would know.
the public,
but
innit?
From a general point of view, people aren't gonna know that Stormzy pulled up to your crib. I may have known 4 months ago.
Yeah, we knew a little while ago.
But that's not for my thing to tell, innit?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's
and
like,
also
alright, cool.
what we're doing, you keep that information. It's just that obviously Chip just launched it, but I didn't hear when it first happened, but I probably heard about maybe a month and a half ago. I think it might have been a month and a half ago. We was just for everything. We was talking about Chip, and someone just said to me, "Yo, this has happened," and like our suspicion was that obviously Chip and Stormzy have got something with them. And it's like there's definitely stuff happened, but it's not because of waves, it's because of more stuff.
You went to see him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like for stuff behind the scenes.
Do we feel that was, sorry to cut you, that like him doing that is just purely off the Waves song and any potential or possible diss?
With what I know, no.
Cool.
Wait, what do you mean? What did you say?
So basically, so it was the reason. So our position, maybe I'm not explaining. Apologies. So the disc comes out, but some of us we saw the video prior, like on a Snapchat, on Instagram. He even dropped it on Twitter, so everyone saw the video of like Stormzy at the house, innit? And I like to say, I find it very funny that the woman in the video made sure she said Stormzy's name, so we know. You know when you're outside the rave fighting, Femi, like allow it. Like why you gotta say my name in front of all these people, innit? Like she had to make sure she said Stormzy's name, like.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
bro.
so.
But we heard man's voice.
That doesn't matter. They knew what they were doing. They made sure they said his name in the video. I know them ones, innit? It's happened to me before, innit? If you're outside the ring, you're fighting.
You even hear that the lag time in her voice
Yeah,
when
yeah.
she finished the sentence.
She made sure she dropped the Stormzy and then a little couple
screaming.
seconds breathe.
Women love revealing shit.
Why are you saying everyone's name? These people don't need to know we know each other. You know.
What's
So
your real name?
so the video come out,
Fuck
yeah,
off, bro.
and without like us knowing more stuff behind the scenes, it looks like he's pulled up because of Waves. So it looks all crazy.
Yeah.
Like how can he?
You're a millionaire, bro. Like
Yeah.
over a song, you shouldn't do this. Blah blah blah. In your own whip.
And I do. If you ain't got the context or more information,
Yeah.
I do understand why people will be like,
Yeah.
that is a lot, innit? But that for me then is like a tick for Chip, job done. Because what he was trying to do is position it as, right, look at these man.
Step into my arena.
Because what we've always said about Chip, can't run out of bars, and he always tells you every 5 minutes, I'm not street. But I know a bit more context that like, there's more energy around him than he portrays, innit? And I get that because stuff's
He's not this
happened.
chipmunk by himself.
Yeah, man, them, you're from the ends and that. You're going to know people, innit? Even in the same song, my bro went away for a nap in like talking all this, like he's on license. So you have the elements around you. You can't keep claiming not road, but standing next to road. It's a funny balancing act for me.
You know,
I see through the smoke and mirrors, isn't it? It's always positioned as like I'm not on it. I keep telling I'm on it. So when you react mad to me, you look mad for moving mad with me. When behind the scenes, like cheeky stuff for Crepton Conan online and allegations are you apologise behind the scenes, isn't it? So there's always that we're laughing about the kid in class that will antagonise you. So I can imagine from what I've heard that it wasn't just ways. I had a conversation. It's gone left. In the song, he says, I gave you my address out of love. No, you dropped the address because you can drop the address or you can drop the address. You know when niggas say pull up? We know where that energy is, isn't it? You're drawing me out. You know? That's how I see it, innit? You know, everyone's gonna have their POV.
And I don't like the narrative of like the whole, you do gospel music, now you're trying to play tough. And I'm like, fam, are you listening to man's albums or nah?
So they said gang signs. All they lot saw was prayers. Bro, on the album cover, there's a balaclava, bro. They're in all black.
They're all wearing balaclavas except for him, bruv. They're all in black. Songs, gang signs and prayer, bruv. Track 3, Bad Boys, like that's not no gospel thing. You had to get to the end to like really. But obviously, like man's got a job to do in it, and he's managed to do the balance really well. In reference to Stormzy, okay. In reference to Storms, do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, cool, man. At the end of the day, yes, he is this pop star. He's a pop star, innit? He's arguably the biggest in the country.
Yeah.
So people are like, rah, he shouldn't be doing that.
And I can understand that though.
I can.
Yeah.
But
do you know why?
It's only because
go.
It's become common knowledge. That's why people are saying that.
Of course. If you don't know, we'd never have that. But now the public do know. I can get, like I said, mission accomplished because all is fair in love and war, innit? We may not like or respect the tactic, but Chip has to have an angle. There's not many angles you can take with Stormzy.
Right.
You can't do the after him pulling up, you can't do the bad boy thing with him. And your Chipmunk who says you're never a bad boy. So that's already one strike. You can't do the money and success thing with him because he's the most successful. All you can do is he's phony in terms of he pulled up on me, he's the gospel you, and I've got more bars. That's the only angle Chip has really got in it. And so far, it is working because I'm seeing the tide turning online in it with regards to Storms in it. And I do hear the talk of pulling up because you've got a lot more to lose. And if what Chip is saying in the diss track is true, that you pulled up without your day ones, you start looking around and going, what type of people would be around Storms to like co-sign that behaviour and go with him? Because I get the angle of like, you are a multi-millionaire. Someone goes, no.
Wait, do you want to see Flips there in that?
I'd respect him more. I'd respect him more if Flips was there or DP from Section. That I'd respect a bit more. I would still be upset with them, but that one I could tell, you know what, you was really angry. And you want to do your thing. But if the cause I've heard behind the scenes that those are man from, they're serious shoots, innit? And they ain't his day ones. So it looks a bit more extra, innit? I know what Haich is going to say, but...
No, but do you know what it is? It's like, he's not rolling up with strangers. Do you understand?
I know what you mean, yeah.
Like, man's made it seem like he ran up with like some higher dukes, but these are man that
said hired muscle.
Like, it's not that thing, but man's portrayed it to make it seem like that.
Put it this way,
understand?
Yeah.
You see Fols out, with, let's say, me and you, he gets into madness. He brings in, he brings his other Donnies that other people
that don't rap.
Or that don't know us.
Them man don't pod.
That don't know us. Do you know what I'm saying? And then someone else is gonna tell you that you didn't roll up with your day one.
You understand?
And the worst thing about it, I've got a couple that I can think of straight away. Them niggas are serious.
Do you understand?
Yes, I see that. Yeah. Maybe Vans is right. Maybe Chick wanting to roll up with Flips and Toby
like,
and Akua.
Like, so it don't make sense to me, fam. Because it doesn't make sense. Because the thing is, in the end of the day, it's not about Chip telling a story that's true. It's about him telling a perspective or raising a perspective that makes you question my man's character, innit?
Yeah.
Because it's not about him saying what happened. He's just trying to paint the image for you, innit?
Yeah.
Do you get me? And
he's trying to control the narrative.
Yeah, and then after that, he's like, right, I'm going to leave that with you lot. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Now, if you know stuff, you do. If you don't, which is the majority of the world, he's going to take it as whatever he says is gospel until, excuse the pun, Stormzy says something back. You see what I'm saying? And
but for us that do have more information, obviously some stuff is annoying because it's like, if you're not that type, like, that's not H's energy really to even, you wouldn't be online, innit?
Yeah.
Me, for the most part, obviously we've got the podcast we're going to speak, but like for us that feel like we know or have more information, do you feel we should then correct that in certain ways. Be like, no, this is the case. This is really what it is.
Well, I think there's a yeah and no to it, but it's kind of, and that kind of more falls down to the role that you want to play with your own platform. Do you understand?
Okay, yeah.
Do you get me? Because if you decide, right, I'm a person that says everything I want to say completely unfiltered, regardless of anything, then yeah. But if you know, like, if you have your own like moral compass or barriers that you decide, I'm not gonna say this, whether it be because of your own personal interest or just relationships with people that you cherish, you'll question it. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I was in a madness and something happened and it was news, but you're not gonna jump on the pod, I hope so, and be like, right, you like, see what happened to Haich? It was a you see what I'm saying? It wouldn't really make sense. As much as you're privy to that information, at that point you have to say, all right, cool. Does my craft, because I refer to this as man's craft, does my craft outweigh this relationship that I have here? Yeah. Because in the end of the day, this content will come and go, but these relationships you have and things that you build with people will last. You see what I'm saying? And you decide how you dictate that. And it's just a balancing game, innit? So I don't think man has to say anything, but I don't think man doesn't have to say nothing neither. It's just a choice,
all right,
innit?
So bringing it to the music, and the talk of craft, of them honing their craft and whatnot, Chip's already exhibited that, millions of times. He's always going to tell you that he's got bars for days, and he showcases that, which is fantastic for me. Like, he puts his money where his mouth is in that arena. Do we want Stormzy to step in there and respond just for argument's sake?
He has no choice. It's not. You have no. For me, you have no choice. Even as someone that, like, I would understand why people would go down the angle of he shouldn't respond, or he can. I don't want us to start trying to make the angle for like, oh, he can get away with not responding. You can't. You have to respond. No, the only thing you have control of, for me, is the timing of when you do it, innit? Mm-hmm. Because
Chip's now hurrying him, trying to hurry.
And that's the thing, because Stormzy, in essence, did respond. So let's say the genesis of this was Ways, innit? Even though I feel there was more stuff prior, but like when it became to everyone's attention, we're like, we thought, these lines that Stormzy was Ways. Stormzy bit the bait, because he could have ignored at that point. He bit the bait and responded, I don't know. I don't mind saying, I don't know what they sell first week, I don't know. So you do the big boy talking it in terms of rapping it, and that's light. Whatever's happened behind the scenes, phone conversations, pull up, June, whatever, we now get this now. Stormzy, Chips responded full track, not no light bars, full. We've got a whole diss track. You have to respond. And all people do is that when it was Wiley time, you was doing back and forth. Context, he was in album mode. Wiley wouldn't leave that nigga alone, innit? I feel like with this one here, it's more thought out and more concerted. Even though we can see through all the smoke and mirrors that, like, man's got a mixtape coming, you're basically using Stormzy as your promo. Whether you want to like it or not, it looks like a move that an artist that has no, like, gravitas in the game would do. But don't get it twisted. Even if you're a big artist, you can still be desperate, innit? And that's what it feels like with this. So that's why I'm like, if I'm Stormzy, just to bring my point, like, full circle, why I wouldn't respond straight away. I can get away with not responding as well straight away because I'm not actively on social media. Like, we're not seeing him tweet, Instagram, Snapchat. He's been offline for a minute. So other than seeing him at the fashion show recently when his brother snapped him, you're not going to see him, innit? We ain't seen him for ages. So he can get away with just chilling. But he has to respond. It's just you respond in your own fashion, because when Chip wanted to take his time, Tiny dissed him, fire in the booth. Chip responded a whole year later, to the point some of us didn't even know, or like, where did this come from? Remember were you lot listening live when he was on fire in the booth with Charlie? You're like, where did this come from? Tiny dissed him a whole year prior. When he was having a back and forth with Bugsy, there was back and forth, then there was a little break. Bugsy wouldn't leave him alone. He waited 4 months before he responded. Like, he's done it when it was to his benefit, and when it's now time to go, Donny's relentless.
So why have bangers on this mixtape?
So why should Stormzy have to do it in your timely fashion? And in the day, I'm the bigger artist. Even though it's not nice to hear, he dictates what's going on right now. And I would respect him more if Chip didn't tweet out hurry up or tweet out funny photos. Just say nothing. You've responded, and the consensus is your thing was cold, innit? So it's on him now. But when you're saying hurry up, it looks thirsty, and Chip shouldn't be in a space where he looks thirsty.
Wait, hang on. So we spoke about flowers, yeah? Did we like the second one? Where he's on a rooftop.
I like the Prada suit. The Prada suit was cold.
He's on that rooftop looking like King Combs.
We've Tiana Taylor in that.
That's what it reminded me of.
But you know what it is, yeah? He did that because he knows that, like, he has to cover all bases, innit? So he had to switch the tempo in case he does that. and he gets that's not even grime, that's not even rare. You see what I'm saying? He has to balance out. So just in case you try to say that I'm not done this, I'm gonna give you, because what's the first one's called Flowers. That's like rap tempo.
Flowers did this.
Do you understand?
And the other one's, what's it? King MC. Killer MC. Sorry.
That's a grime tempo. Yeah. Do you understand? So now he's like, alright, cool. In case anyone tries to say,
okay.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's good you say that, because I feel that's the only space where like I feel Stormzy can compete and possibly beat Chip in this back and forth if he avoids being on too grimy beats. If he can stay in like the drill rap lane, he'll be fine in it. You know, so mind interruption. We back though. That's where I feel like Stormzy will have an advantage. Because one thing I don't like is fandom is killing us. Where like, one, people just want to see chaos. Two, they're a little bit too gassed by Chip, but I understand it. And there's this little wave of people that I've clocked don't like Stormzy, so they're automatically writing him off. Yes, Chip can run out of bars. It's proven. But who were the kills really? You didn't really kill Bugsy, because Bugsy is here. So you may won a battle, but the war was won on Bugsy's end. Youngin and Tiny, for me, are not formidable foes. They're not. We were just pleasantly surprised that Youngin even stayed the course and like actually responded a few times, like because the bar was so low for a minute. So when you really check it, in the most recent time, and Big Nasty didn't dance with Chip. He didn't really get involved properly. Obviously, Chip's coming up. Radio era, Get's birthday, fuck radio set. Remember that? Like, he's swinging in 6 man. Tried and tested. But in like this current era, Youngin and Tiny are not good kills for me. They're not. They're not good kills. So when you really check it, it was just Bugsy. And if you lean to my argument, won the battle, we can all agree on that, possibly or possibly not. But the war, you didn't kill Bugsy because he's here, innit?
He's been successful.
Successful. So to the point where you had to patch up, we got the photo and like, because really truthfully, if you felt like you killed man, you're not doing that, bruv. When you kill him, man, you're not doing a like, we're cool now, because it's like, you didn't dead him off. You know?
I think Stormzy's just got, I think with this, the difference between this for me and the Wiley thing is that was literally just about music. It's cool, but I feel like the way Chip has drawn Stormzy out, he's put the video out there, him being at his house. Yeah. It's bigger than that now. So
it's Stormzy, Daily Mail tactics.
He has to, especially in this like climate that we're in now, he has to be very careful about how he moves forward, because Chip's already put that video out there.
Yeah.
You don't know how many people in what boardrooms are now looking at Stormzy a bit sideways, where he was doing so well. He had the album that was being able to market to everyone.
Gonna have the world tour with Corona.
Exactly. Now you've got those execs in the top boardrooms who are already looking at him sideways, now thinking, actually,
possibly.
You know what? He has to be very, very careful.
Yeah, that's the tightrope. You walk that tightrope where like, you're the pop star, but you're still our guy. And it's so hard for artists when they cross over, where like, you still got to be cool and relevant to us, innit? Because if this was one of the drill guys, we wouldn't be saying that. We'd be like, yeah.
Straight booty.
On brand. In fact, where's the whack? What do you mean you pulled up and there's no whack? On show. Boom it broad day.
Do you know what? Yeah,
we want to see it.
I would have preferred if Chip didn't put out that video, but you can still mention the fact that he pulled out the video.
No, you can. But
like, there's nothing wrong with that, but just flinging out the video, as a tactic, I was just like, right, this is not what you're about. If you're about bars, just keep it about bars then, innit?
But he had no choice.
That's what I'm saying. Where's the angle?
Because otherwise he'll just, because the thing is, then he'll just get killed for why are you doing that? And he'll be like, right, he came into my yard, and everyone will be like,
he referenced the fact that he came to your yard in flowers.
Yeah, but no, like, you see this world, this generation, we need to see it.
H is right.
You see what I'm saying?
You are you, and also remember, we knew already, innit? So that's an unfair thing. If you don't know, and he just says it loosely, the video evidence, even though we don't like it, for them, they need to see it. If they don't see it, it didn't happen.
But music's digested visibly now, but that's just the era we're in.
But there's a lot of bands that say stuff on songs that we haven't seen footage for.
Exactly, and we don't care about it, but when there's footage, we care. Remember that what's his name, that YMW Melly you?
Yeah.
Him and Dattle Bell saying, I got murder on my mind. Don't give a shit. The bread got a case. Everyone was like, right, you see this bread? It's nuts, man.
It was a banger.
I can't lie to you, the streams are up. When I heard that he was actually on for Kill 3 of his best friends, I was wheeling up that song, bro.
You're mad. Number one, you're mad.
I was wheeling it, bro. I wanted to go and hear the song and be like, what is he talking about?
But you get me, bro? Like, people need context. Like, we're from an era of audio, in it first, in it, radio and that. But now,
they're visual kids.
If they don't see it if he said that bar, they wouldn't have cared. No one would care unless they see it. Now they can match it to something.
Do you know what? Yeah, I'm somewhat in the middle because
I'll tell you why. He said something mad about
sending for Stormzy.
Haich is going to convince you.
No. The reason why I'm saying that, yeah, just before you go off on your point, yeah, is because confirming what has been bubbling in the air, like sending for Stormzy would have been enough for people to be like, oh shit, it's kicked off. Now we're just waiting for Stormzy's response.
Boom. So when Chips barring, he says something about his brethren went and grabbed the kitchen knife or something. Bro, if there was a video of that, you wouldn't care about any of the other bars. You wouldn't. You wouldn't care, bro. If you saw his brethren run and grab the thing, everyone would be like, that's a madness.
Maybe I'm thinking about myself here. Yeah. Rather than like
you got to step outside yourself a little bit.
Like I'm stepping outside myself because like at the end of the day, yeah, like these man are I'm only gonna go by what man are saying on a song because that's all I care about. Like, is your diss gonna keep me engaged throughout the entire 3 minutes or not?
But deep what I'm saying though, bruv, he said that his brethren grabbed the something for my man,
and the energy changed.
But why? That doesn't seem to be. That's a madness, bro.
Yeah,
that's more mad than everything else in the tune.
Sure. But it's justified because you pulled up to the crib.
No, I'm not saying it's wrong, right? I don't give a shit. It's wrong, right? Innit? I'm just saying that's the maddest thing that happens in terms of the song audio wise. Yeah. But because there's no video, we just care about my man pulling up. That's my whole point.
And just the aesthetic of like Stormzy is like there's like 4 niggas in all black. And one thing about it, in terms of the vid, there's actually nothing mad in the vid. They're just walking away.
Yeah, saying my man phone me. Tell my man phone me.
Bruv, yeah, you hear you rapping about drillings all the time, yeah. Bruv, the everyday listener of drill music, yeah, is not a driller, innit? Never seen a drilling in their life, bro. You put one video of someone letting off, oh my days,
street vlogs.
Their heads, they're like, oh my god, what the fuck is this? You see what I'm saying?
It's the error of visibility. It becomes
real.
It is the error of visibility.
But these men aren't joking. You understand? Like, it changes, fam. And that's what I'm saying. He understood that the context doesn't need to, in the sense of particular listeners, but the world and how the world takes things on, they need to see it. Because you can't really just like, what's friggin' the Daily Mail going to say, right, Chip said this. They're going to put out friggin' this happened. Yeah. Do you get me? Like, that's just how people are digesting things, bro. And that's why he, so to speak, had no choice. I'm not saying he should or shouldn't have done it, but he's going to be like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it so it has maximum impact, innit?
Yeah, he needs to have a reason to justify him sending, because if without that, you say, oh, why are you coming for my man? Where's it come from, innit?
Do you get me? And I say, I came to my house, and what people say, where's the evidence? Yeah. But you know how this world goes, bruv. And he'll be like, right, I didn't get it. And then everyone will be like, yeah, you're lying. Yeah. And then Stormzy has to be, I didn't come there. And then bam, he's done now. You get me?
Yeah. Speculation is speculation at the end of the day. And everyone has been speculating since we were just waiting for it to happen. Because when I Don't Know came out, it wasn't about what Tion was saying or Dutch.
True.
It was about what Stormzy was saying. Is he sending for me? I don't know. First line. So it's like, all right, cool.
Amazing start to your verse, by the way.
All right, cool. It's on. We're just waiting. It's your call now. Yeah. Because even in the Heady song, yeah, Ain't It Different with AJ Tracy and Storms. I feel like there was a little bit of something there as well.
Yeah. But there's always something in everything, bro. There's probably not a bar that man spit with us. But some breaks only write when something happens. Because that's how they write.
They write with an adversary mind.
These men started as grime MCs. MCs are their bars are just clashing. Yeah, that's how they write. They don't write, yo, I was having deep thoughts. Nah, bro, like every bar is shelling.
This guy's a nerd. Man's having deep thoughts.
It's like it's wheel ups and sending for man. That's how man write. So
it's just at a higher level now, like, and it just happens to be on someone's album.
There you go. But he's like, brother, like, and he knows who he's going against. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he's cold, but he's like, brother. That's Storm. You have to respect it.
Do you think like if it's just from a bars perspective, he stands a chance?
What, just bars?
Yeah, against Chip.
A chance.
Do you think Stormzy stands a chance?
Just bars?
Nah.
Absolutely.
Nah.
Absolutely.
Just bars? Nah.
Absolutely.
Chips.
Think what you're saying here. Stands a chance.
Alright, cool.
Think what you're saying. Let's be serious, bruv. Stands a chance.
I'm asking the question.
Yeah, and I want you to make sure you ask the question correctly, bro. Stands a chance.
It's my question to the people in the room.
Yeah, bro. Because I like I said,
In
we
terms
love
of
Chip, but
winning.
let's not do. And I've put some context there. Young and Tiny Temper are not Stormzy.
No,
They're
just
not.
at his bars,
But-
he won't win.
But I'm saying if it's a strictly bar for bar thing,
Bar for bar, he won't win. Bar for bar, Storms won't win. If it's just
That
bars.
I'm fine with, but saying
No,
stands a chance.
This
This is
is
crazy,
still.
all
bro.
right, cool, yeah. Maybe I positioned the question a bit wrong.
You put a bit of Maggie on there, bro. Fuck! I'm so offended.
If it's solely bars, yeah, Chip's got
Chip
it.
is still the favorite. Don't ever get twisted.
Like-
Chip is battle tested. Don't ever let's make sure.
I
it's
just
clear.
feel like Chip always has something to say.
He does,
even
bro.
when there's nothing to say, he'll say it.
he'll find an angle.
Yeah,
innit?
he'll find an angle of saying it.
But then at the same time, bro, like you can't write off Storms because he's not nothing, innit? Do you get me? But
And that Wiley kill will give you confidence.
Yeah,
That's what it will do to you.
yeah, but would it though? Because
It does. Okay, this is me speaking. Why I feel it does. Yeah, is same way you say he's artists. A lot of these grime guys have always writing with someone in mind. If you listen to a
Wiley's
lot,
no stranger to it.
yeah, if you listen to a lot of pre the Wiley back and forth, Stormzy's had bars for the oldest. Like there's been underlying thing of like.
100%.
That's why the album's called Heavy as a Headline. It's like I'm having this balancing act of like you man claim to love me and like me, but I'm clocking you man don't. So all he needs is the right. I feel like he's been preparing as well. He needs the right for, and maybe at the time Wiley wasn't, but you take the Wiley call because it's Wiley in it. Because when you really check it and that that was actually light work for my man, and it shouldn't have been that way. Because Wiley didn't perform in it, so he's still in this day and age
That's what I was
now.
gonna say
In
that.
this day and
I
age
was
now,
like-
Chip is more of a credible kill currently because he's the one online is like can't run out of bars. The people that still hold Wiley in high regard aren't really online like that, championing him the way we champion Chip, innit? So like if Stormzy is able to pull it off and get the Chip one, he's gonna call himself King of Grime to the point you lot are sick in your stomach, bro. Because he already did it with Wiley, and he did it more to piss him off. And like obviously we're in Grime, we say whatever we want to say. If man are saying stuff's not true, fuck it, I'm the King of Grime. Because at the end of the day, I'm not representing. I'm at the forefront, and I know it hurts your soul to hear it, but I'm the king.
It's been a strange year. The thing is that like obviously while Chip's doing that, yeah. And the album that he dropped with Young Ads and Skepta was this year.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like it's been forgotten about in a way.
I
liked
didn't
it.
listen to it.
I enjoyed it.
But that's the climate of the music
It
we're
is.
in, innit?
However, yeah, you got Stormzy that was in a popular clash, let's say, with Wiley, and man is still in the charts. He's still in the charts.
Yeah, but
Like he just dropped the video recently where the animated video,
Yeah, fair.
you know, which is cool. He's on Heady's album. He just dropped that single.
On the Tion song.
I hear that.
He's on the Tion song and he's on the Burner song. He's
But,
on the Burner,
but
bruv. He's
let-
everywhere.
I hear you, Vans. But let's just be really honest. Stormzy's at like the peak of his powers. Chip isn't at the peak of his powers. And the case in point, example you give, the fact he had to go and stand next to Skepta and Young Ads, and that's not a diss because I like the project. We love Golden Brown.
Yeah.
I love the Chip performed the best on there out of all of them.
Yes.
But he's not at the peak of his powers because we were saying before that the album with Young Ads and Skepta dropped. If you went to go on his Spotify, and went to like the top 5 songs and that, in terms of plays, like it won. To this day now, I think Coward, the diss, when he was doing like the Young and Bugsy time, is still his most played. And that's also a little bit of his Achilles heel where it's like, don't let that loud noise on social media kind of mess up what's going on where like you only lean into that. Because
bro,
the music hasn't been good.
Bro. So I'm on
But that's a different
Apple Music right now.
conversation.
It's in because
so what I was saying, it was going to lead to this new mixtape that he supposedly has coming out. Are we gonna get something that's worthwhile?
because we know we're gonna get bars. He's not gonna lose the ability to rap. But at the end of the day, that's not enough.
I'm looking at his top songs right now, yeah, on Apple Music. How It Is, yeah, featuring The Plug. It's not Chip's song.
Yeah.
Roddy Ricch is on there, obviously.
I remember, yeah.
Roddy Ricch, Young Bane, Chip, yeah. Flowers, obviously, it just came out. It's doing the rounds right now.
Yeah.
CRB Check featuring Notes.
Can we stay here for a second and talk about that? That's indicative of like where he's going and going wrong. Because I'm gonna be brazen and be honest, innit? They lied to you at radio because the radio guys told me they didn't like that song. You spent a lot of money. You tried to push it. You tried to make it the one. It didn't work.
I had to check my heart. That's the hook.
Like let's really check. Like we know Chip is of levels, innit?
Look at Vans.
No, don't listen to Vans. Don't let. Don't.
Do you like the song?
No.
Do you like the
I
song?
had to protect my heart.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't listened to it. Fam.
CRB checks on that. No,
Jumpy
but
remix.
it's not
Jumpy
levels,
remix.
bro.
Jumpy remix is up there. Is in there.
Yeah.
Ways, and as you said, Coward.
Yeah.
So like, a lot of it ain't his songs, isn't it?
From a musical standpoint, he's not there. He's always been
But
good.
that's not the debate though.
No, but no, it is debate, and I'll bring it back to why it's debate
Go
because
on.
the reason why I feel it is debate is Donny's got only this to lean on. That's why we're going down this lane because I feel like he's always, and as he should because he's a barra and he's cold and she'll feel like he's the best in it. And with all these new kids, I've been there 10 plus years. I've really been in a room with Gets, Brutal, Lightning, Devlin, all these man trying to go at one me, Criminal, Little Nas by myself and swinging. Like he come up cold, innit? These guys didn't have his come up. Younger didn't have his come up. Stormzy hasn't had his come up, innit? Like Stormzy's height of radio sets a little bit later. Like
No, I'm not
Fire
gonna
and the
lie.
Boost.
There was one cypher one time where Stormzy was in it and Gets was in it.
Well,
and-
Fire and the Boost cipher. That's what I'm referring to.
Is that the one where Gets just didn't know what to do next?
Yeah.
Bruv, that was a madness.
Yeah.
I was baffed.
Context. It was obviously P Money was in the room, so that energy was there. Mike Rash just threw the mic, and that so the energy was off in it. And the Carla was there. It was just a weird setting in it.
But it was in that
Cypher.
moment, the first time I ever saw Stormzy, like in my life, I was like,
That's what kind of stamped him as golden child. Like he's here to stay in it.
I was
But
like, that you went ham, bruv.
the point I'm making is, think about how recent that is. We've got footage of Chip 14, 15, 16. Like it's documented it to the point like it's almost boring talking about. Like we know who you
Yeah.
are in it.
Why
But when it
bringing
comes to
him
the musical thing, it's showing that like maybe either there's a lack of direction, insecurity, or just like not sure where we go with this thing on your own musically because Donny's gone for this angle. And because we love chaos online, it will work. And add to what I was saying earlier, the mix of like I feel there's people like when success takes a shot at you, like you're so big, you almost now start not liking Stormzy. Like he's that guy. Like we're not fucking with those two music on the ends. That type of energy in it. And I feel add all that together. That's why people would care about this. But this can't be your rollout for me personally. Not with how long
What
you've been
else
in
is
the
he
game.
supposed to do?
Drop good music. You were capable enough. Drop good music.
Bro, he's good at clashing.
Nah,
like,
drop good
man
music.
I can't be good at punching. The man told me, hey, kick more. No, bruv. Like, let me throw my bangs, bro. This is what people
But
like me for.
when a boxing ring, you can't use your feet.
What do you mean?
It's not UFC. Where you're Conor McGregor. You used to be
No.
an octagon. I'm Floyd
No, but if we're
Mayweather.
talking
You
about
have
the
to
clash-
use your hands.
If we're talking about the clash,
It's different
he needs the
rules.
clash.
Different rules apply.
Do you understand? And
I'm surprised stuff like Champion ain't on his top songs.
Which one was that?
That's
The one with Chris Brown,
pre-streaming,
where
though,
Chris
innit?
Brown spun him out of his.
Pre-streaming, isn't it? Pre-streaming, isn't it? You're a troublemaker still.
Oh,
Anybody who think that I'm the bad guy,
Always
yeah, he's going to say he spun him out his wallabies.
Nah,
Yeah.
bruv, nah,
Hey, I understand what you're saying, yeah,
Nah, I
but
don't
but
think
my
it's
thing
not
is,
fair, bruv. It's not because man's telling man to drop better music, but wait till this thing lands, innit? Do you get me? Because this thing
okay,
might
that's
land,
fair.
land.
That's fair, but we've been waiting. It hasn't been good, bruv. We gave example.
Yeah, but-
You don't like CRB.
Bruv,
You
I
never
don't-
You
heard
absolutely
it.
you detest it.
I don't even know.
You
the
even
rhythm.
heard it.
I don't like it, so you don't like it.
Nah, do you know what it is,
Do you know
man?
the last song to me that I really enjoyed
Go
was it's on the last album. It's called Good Morning Britain. I think it's the last song in it
Of 1010.
of 1010 in it. And I think prior to that, I think the album before that, or probably before that, there's a song with LMA called Hit Me Up. I think it's called or Hit You Up.
Yeah, the one they done a video for.
Yeah, which is and that I like in it. There's a
He
lane
had,
for
he, had
Chip
a,
in
he
it.
had a cold tune on that project
Yeah.
with The League on My Own too, I think it was.
Yeah, yeah.
With what's his face? Kojo Funds.
What is for me, HA, is the talent level and the musical output in terms of like how good it is. It's not matching enough in it.
No, well-
and that's it's just maybe I'm holding to too high a standard.
No,
but
that's fair, but that's his journey, innit? And
Yeah.
if he gets there, he doesn't get it. That's gonna happen, innit?
Yeah.
But that doesn't equate to him. Why would he not use the thing that he does get attention for?
But I'm
I
connected
don't
to the doc say it's
I
like
don't understand why he wouldn't do that.
you can't
He
after
done
a
the
while.
Bashment thing and it was cold with Movado,
Yeah.
the two songs that he had with Movado, but then he tried to do it again with Red Rat and was like, it didn't hit.
And what did it cause instead?
A colorism debate. It was like no one remembers the tune. I'm like, bruv.
And he dropped it like he's meant to. You only drop his cold song before Carnival. It's meant to be like that song of Carnival. A lot of these things like they keep coming and just going. And then cool, add that now. There should not be a time. I think we said on the podcast before. He's got a collaboration with Dizzy Rascal. Have you heard it?
I
You
have.
heard it?
I have.
You heard it?
He spins him still.
Spins him hard.
Is the song good?
No.
Nah, I'm not gonna listen to it again. He spins him, but this is
And
the
this
thing.
is what I'm
but-
saying,
but
like,
this is
it's
a
like-
reflection of what we're saying on top songs because let's see like more songs than not, they're not his songs.
Yeah.
I hear that.
I think you will always defend the rapper because That's your default, innit? I'm defending the music.
It's not even that, but I'm just saying the debate has to be the debate, innit? So if we're talking about what he's doing in the clash, then there's that.
Yeah.
If we're talking about his rollout, you can't tell a man to not use how he gets the most attention to do his rollout. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I mean,
business
no.
that doesn't make sense.
His rollout, for me, his rollout makes sense. But then if you're gonna lead me to your mixtape, like, show me something.
Yeah,
now.
but man hasn't heard it though. That's the thing there. So we can't be
And
saying.
but
But he's done it before.
No, but he's doing it. We're talking about now.
And even within that, Vans, I can argue
but
properly.
it's
Even
by
within that
design,
though,
it's by
it's
design,
still not.
though,
It's,
innit?
it's still not in your control because unless Stormzy responds, there's no promo.
Alright, right now I want Stormzy to respond and I want this project to be sick, just so
Yeah.
I can fucking tell these man.
What's most of the video? I told y'all.
I told y'all, niggas, I
Boosie
told
coming home today.
Do you know what it is? Yeah? It's like I feel like we're in a place where too many people understand the mechanics and the workings of how things operate within the industry and so many things.
I hear you.
That now everyone's like, why would you do that? But I'm like, bro, this is something that's been going on for years. It's just that before people weren't privy to the knowledge. Do you understand? So now we're like, why would man do that? You're just trying to.
Do you know what? I this is not what I'm saying. Let me just make that clear.
This
I'm
nigga
not,
said, I don't know about Fols.
No.
I thought you was my man.
No. Foles is,
What?
No. Foles
Lord, give me a sign.
Right, yeah, to say that.
Man goes, let me make that clear.
Yeah, let me make
So
that
can you believe this man said, I don't know what them man are on. Look, he even moved further away from me. I can't believe this.
Nah, what I'm saying is that Foles.
Nigga, clean this up.
No, I'm saying
clean this
Foles
up.
is within his right to question that, and say like, why are you doing that as a rollout, Because at the end of the day, ultimately, what we all want is good music, right? But me, I'm saying that, yes, that's gonna be his method. It's always been that way. Lead me to something though. After you've
It
got
hasn't
me here.
always been that way though. It hasn't always been that way though.
No, in recent times, where he's because he went away for a bit and he came back off the back of his ability to war man, innit? Yeah. So we're now recognizing that side of Chip because he was one of the first to really go out there and do the pop star thing, innit? Yeah. Because he had he comes out with
Did he chip, whoopsie daisy.
Who Are You? Is it Who Are You? Yeah. That Chip Diddy Chip, Diamond Rings, Superstar, like all of these songs, him being a star boy, Oopsie Daisy, getting a #1. Then second album called Transition, he's got the American acts. He's got Trey Songz, he's got Chris Brown, he's got Kerry Hilson.
He's trying to go worldwide, innit?
He's got Movado one there, So he's done that. And then he went away for a bit, and then now he's come back, and now this is what he's doing, and then he's brought out mixtapes after the clashes. And who's listening to these mixtapes? Who?
But can we add context though about why? Like, even though I hear what you're saying, it's not that was a tactic. They made him do that. So he come back. I don't remember, I think he had like a freestyle and Jammers in the back with the Lord of the Match jacket, whatever. He lets him wear it. He was getting backlash. So why are you letting this guy come back? Like, the pop stars go over there, and now life ain't pop for them over there anymore. They come back here. So they were making it hard for him. He had to earn his spot. Even though there should have been no doubt, like, he can spit. They were making him like have to earn his slot again, as if like man can't rap. Like he was going back and doing sets, and it could just be for the sport, for the love of it. But man was having to go back and stand in a room with MCs who aren't even a tenth of his success level. But I have to come back and earn my stripes again because you man are treating me like I'm a little man.
And a lot of it is.
So I don't know if it's necessarily
a
strategic. Okay, I'm gonna do the class thing. It was like that are stand like there's gatekeepers. People don't want to admit, but they are gatekeepers. And like if they ain't standing next to you, like having Jamie and Video stand next to you with Lord and Matt's jacket is a big deal. When you want to reinsert yourself and be like, okay, cool, I'm back. I want to rap. You hear in the bars. See, when a man, it's not this, but when a man isn't flavor of the month and #1, they now suddenly start saying, I don't care about numbers sold. It ain't about money and success right now. Because you haven't got that as an Infinity Stone right now. You haven't.
Piece.
But the
Yeah,
thing
it
is
hasn't.
that,
You haven't got that as an Infinity Stone no more.
And also to add to that, it's him as well wanting to let man know that, man will still body everyone here. Do you know what I'm saying? And I respect that. It's just that, right, I thought that you would have honed the ability to have both.
And I hear that, bro, but that's just like
and hey, you know, he's had so much music. I'm gonna go to it. You keep talking. I'm just gonna pull up. He's had so many projects.
I'm not
back.
listening to my man's music as well, but I just feel like it's unfair.
Believe and Achieve.
Bro, he's had so many takes.
Power
bro.
Up, League on My Own 2, 10-10. Since 2015, he's had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, H hasn't hit. So maybe that it's unfair for you because you're not really listening to him like that. But we are because we I want to see it work, bruv. Because when Chip's around the same age group as us, so when he come out and I remember him like before he was even driving and like he booking his own shows like as a young youth, pressing his own CDs, having to pay a DJ driver. He was a fully fledged business before he'd even like join Always Recording and like we got like Chip and Oopsie Daisy. He was having shows up and he was a young gunner that was bodying stuff, innit? That was our guy, and we loved it because like he was still going to school, he was still in college for a period, so it was like that. It was relatable, innit? And he was from early, never trying to be too bad. That's still my guy, but it's like, where is the good music, bro? And
it's on the next project, bro.
Yeah, we hope, innit? We hope.
I know it.
That's your man's, isn't it? I hope you back him, innit? Because if you come here and the project is shit, yeah, and Stormzy hasn't replied, well, I would say justified. Boy, execute from Stormzy. Don't respond. Don't give man the energy.
Now, do you know what? If I was Stormzy, you know what I would do? Yeah. First of all, I would only respond when I want you. Number one, all the other stuff wouldn't. No, two things I want to say. Stormzy responded. That picture of him that was going around saying that he's got that fashion show. That was a response. That was on purpose, bruv.
Oh yeah.
That was a play.
Yeah.
Number two, if I was Storms, what I would do, I would wait out for time until hopefully everything in the world goes back to normal and make the clash a massive event. Do you understand? So there's no way.
Cultural context.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like, so it becomes bigger than this clash. So even if I got spun, I've made this happen, but I made this happen.
Or you might do the
couldn't make
Jay-Z
this
thing
happen.
and just give lines in his next project.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that, but I wouldn't do that if I was him, because then he's showing, man, I'm the king, bro, because I used you sending for me to elevate all of us.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
And you owe me, because even with the wider
understand?
thing, there was like a crowning moment. Like I think when he comes back, there was a performance at Box Park Croydon, innit? In front of loads of people, and he performs this live on stage, and a room like they erupted, innit? Like he, when you have your moments, innit? So he was on tour. This was in album mode and that. Like while he wasn't while he was on social media, it wasn't
They even
visible.
spoke about it on BBC Breakfast.
Yeah, like, and he says it in one of this, like, I'm so BBC Breakfast, I've got to watch what I do, and like I toe a fine line, innit? Like Chip is able to be out tattooed, smoking weed as much as he wants to. We can imagine Stormzy building it and like being in the paper, or Stormzy smoking a dodgy cigarette. Like you are in that lane, innit? In a lane that Chip used to be in it. So you're talking about the gospel thing. You gave us Oopsie Daisy. We love you, but you remember you did give us Oopsie
Didn't
Daisy.
Stormzy book him for like Murky Fest in Beefer?
I wouldn't be surprised. It's weird because the time period they were really cool. So if you remember,
Yeah, they've got a song together.
When they got a song together and they got the video in it. When Tiny and Chip were going through it, Tiny tried to do the little weird thing where like he went, "Any my enemy's my friend," in it. So he got Bugsy on a song, but he got Stormzy on a song as well. And him and Bugsy, I think, are both throwing shots at Chip. But Stormzy come out straight away, even like as soon as the song come out, because he didn't hear the finished version, innit? He's like, "Man can't use me for their little games, rah. Like I didn't know this was happening, innit?" And he made it clear, innit, that yo, I'm not involved in that. My thing is, I'm not saying Chip has to, but when Waze comes out, if Waze isn't for Stormzy and it's for Mez, what's wrong with just clearing it out publicly? But
because he knows what he's doing.
But my suspicion is that it always was, or even if it's not, it's like if the shoe fits, wear it. Because I don't mind stepping toe-to-toe with you, because that would be a good look for me.
Yeah, of course he's doing that. But you have to understand, he's a spitter, bro. So in the end of the day,
It's all justified.
yeah,
all's
but
fair in love and war.
at the end of the day, he's thinking, bro, like, and he likes putting people on the fucking chopping block, bro. Do you get me? So he's like, I'll spin this, bro. So he in his head, he's like,
Is this your king?
I'll
spin it.
wait. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? He's waiting for the moment. He's like, and maybe not even on a malicious thing. Do you get me? Just on a, I can spin this, bro.
I don't like the BLM angle, like,
Well, he's gonna use every
activist
move, bro.
one day,
you
innit?
activist one day, you're not really Tupac, you tried to down Jay-Z. But one can argue,
Tupac was out here.
Tupac's doing the madness.
Clapping
That's a poor example, but what are you doing to a fellow black man right now? You're trying to tear him down. Because then someone has to lose in this thing, innit? It's just how we weigh it up, whatever.
But that's what I'm saying. If I was Storms, I'd elevate everyone.
Yeah.
And I've won.
Yeah.
It'd be a madness. I'd be like, brother.
Just trying to kill him in kindness, innit?
Bruv,
Like,
oh no, I still spin him on stage.
Yeah.
But I'll be like, bro, I did this
Yeah,
for
but
us.
man can protest one day and still slap you the next day. Disrespect is disrespect.
bro, you
innit?
can catch his Holy Ghost hands. What do you think this is?
Bruv.
Man, gang signs and prayer, bro.
Like, you acting like Jehovah's Witness don't pull up at people's houses,
Regular. Them man are basically in your living room.
bro.
I'm trying to tell you about my Lord and Savior.
Bruv, they can even tell that you're not even trying to answer the door. But we know you're in there.
Oh yeah, no, bro. Joe just knock your door and they open. I've had them before. They open the letterbox. Hello, is anyone there? I'm in the corridor. You can see me, bro.
Man's trying to hide.
You stand still, innit?
You weren't supposed to open my letterbox.
You think man's like a T-Rex? If you don't move, they can't see you, bro.
They can hear the creak.
You're dumb. So what's our? Guys, I know with us we can do. Even though it's good content, we can go age with it. So we are. Hope we're on the same page. Chip is still the favorite if they actually do back and forth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chip is still the favorite.
Yeah, and I'd like to see Stormzy respond.
And we agree that Stormzy can't go away if not responding. He has to respond.
I don't agree.
You don't. Okay, so Haich don't agree. Haich, Sosa.
I would like him to.
You would like him to.
I would like him to.
Do you feel he has to respond?
No, he doesn't have to do nothing, bro.
And I don't think he has to respond.
Do you know what it is?
But what it would look like is that he has to respond.
But then, because if you don't respond, it's like people listen to this because I don't want our conversation to be overly one-sided, but I have my opinions and I feel they're justified. I hope I've explained myself properly. If I haven't, you can flog me in the comments. Yeah. But if we say he doesn't, it's almost like we're making new rules for my man. Because if it's everybody else, it's like you have a man sends for you, respond, isn't it? Like,
nah, but it's not like that though, innit? Do you get me? It depends on who you are, bro.
Yeah.
If nigga just sings for Drake right now, bro, you don't have to do shit, bro.
No, he just sent chubs.
Do you get?
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying, bro?
And the
Like,
Marley Dons from Toronto.
as much as it's like anything for anyone, bro.
Okay, it's not open season, innit?
You get me? It's like, bro, there's certain man you can shoot at, but they're behind layers of bulletproof glass, bro, so it don't matter.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Man in the other room laughing at you.
Yeah, man's like, with that little thing, you're
Your pea shooter?
you see what I'm saying? So it's a bit different, bro.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, man wants everyone to do it.
Yeah.
But
But you like chaos?
do you get me? So he's gonna be like, bro, do you mean? But he could be like, bro, I spend Wiley, why not to spin you, bro? He could just say that.
Yeah.
And it's fact.
And the thing is,
You get
even
me?
though we're not going to like that, that's Wiley's fault. Because one thing I'll say though with Chip here, at least I feel Chip is prepared for this. He's ready. Wiley wasn't ready. He's just relying on the fact I'm Wiley, I've been here, and kind of underestimated Stormzy thinking that it's going to be easy. When really truthfully, it wasn't going to be that easy, innit?
I'll say one thing is that now that I think about it, I think if Storms responds, if he responds, it's going to be a madness. Because I don't think if he had something that by any means wasn't the thing, he wouldn't drop it.
Yeah. And I think,
Because why would you do that?
this whole gospel boy image, this is me. I want him to lean into the bad boy thing. I pulled up on you and you weren't on it. Because the angle is that Chip wasn't at home. I have my sources that say he was in the house. He was at home, innit? I pulled up on you, innit? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can be at the stage show singing Adele lyrics with my heart out, and next week I slap your face. Yeah.
Bro,
lean into it. Why not? Because he shot with his angle. Because what it is, we're not going to respect the money thing from
some
Stormzy.
people are saying Storm sent Patrick.
That's a good place to finish it. Man said Stormzy's ghost, you know. One day family man.
Next day at Truth. Bruv, like, listen, man.
Man said that-
When it's time to collect the peas, man's
that's
gonna
that
get as
murky
much.
club.
Bro, when it's time to collect the peas, get the mainstream money, bro. But when it's time to address personal issues, address it.
That's so shit. That's like you got to roll in when you start hanging around with the niggas, you got to roll in the mud. You got to play in the pig pen. I know. Maybe I'm reaching, but it just feels weird. It's like I'm over here, like I'm under constant attack. Like you just won't let me be. Over there, I'm fucking flavour of the month. BBC Breakfast, they love me.
Man wanted
But
to
over
put
here,
back-
amongst my very own, people want to take my head off.
That's the terrain,
Man wanted
bro.
Stormzy
Yeah.
to pull up in the 1 Series.
Nah, fam, I'm not
I
gonna
respect
lie.
like an all black X5, like old school rolling in the nines type of vibe.
Fam,
Do you know how angry you have to be to pull up in a Lambo?
In a thing that most man can't afford.
bro.
Imagine how I'm telling them I'll put you in the boot. I don't mind. There's probably pillows in there.
Fucking engine.
Supreme comfort.
Oh my god, there's murky pillows in the back. Got one in the back of the
Yeah,
boot.
no, shout out them, man, bro.
I want to
Yeah.
see it. It'll be good. It's shit but funny that this whole clash actually overshadowed a big moment for the scene, which was Gets and Skepta.
Oh,
got a song out called IC3.
Mazza. Run that.
And they
Yo.
you can run that Vans whilst I'm talking.
That was a big tune.
Historically
still.
have had back and forth. It's always been quite friendly. It was never too serious, but like there was competition because Gets rates himself very highly, and I'm with him. You know, and there was classic moments. Logan
wait,
Sama.
hold on,
Fam, I would have been vexed if I was Gets. That day he drops, this is the day that Chip decides to do that.
Yeah.
Should just send for him.
Fuck it. Open season.
Say fuck it,
Anybody
bro.
can get it. I'm the can man. Mexican, American,
Dominican,
It's mad.
Puerto Rican, African.
All black attire, Joe back in fire. My nigga them ride out, horseback for hire. Full clip in the dryer. I ain't talking Richard, and I'm talking proud.
Off the
We
cuff
know about
worldwide,
different,
baby.
What you know about Crescent Semi? Huh? What you know about Grease? What you know about Gets and Skeppy?
I feel like I'm born again. Me and Gets on the track and it's feeling like the rooftop all again. Yeah, we're firing that corn again. Get the toe tags and the body bags in. Soon as they told me about the power that came with the black skin, unlocked it, then I tapped in. Alchemist, when I feel the pressure, I make diamonds. I cannot stop getting the racks in.
Who would've thought back then we be some powerful black men? Back when we was in the States, I was trapping. You don't know how it's impacted us. Can't block a nigga when flats are us.
Fam.
Abandoned flats with the man them.
Gets is special, man. Like, you've got to lie, bro. Donny's gifted.
One thing
cuz.
that carries Skepta is clarity, bro.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
If
yeah,
it wasn't
yeah,
for
yeah,
clarity, Donny wouldn't be here.
Yeah,
Man said I make money, but my name ain't 50. Went to the Lloyd Bank. What's little? Pulled out a purple pinky. I put stones in the pinky. Bought a motorcycle jacket to minimise the injury, bro. Like clarity from early, bro.
Bro, that's
And
a
I know I
gift,
butchered
that's
their
a
lyrics.
bro.
That's important.
That's
Clarity,
a gift,
bro.
bro. You have to understand, yeah.
That's the only thing that allows him to stand next to Gets on that track, by the way, you know. Because if you listen to the whole song, I'll be honest, Gets is holding back. There's more. There's more. Like they let it be light and less friendly collab. But like, if this was maybe Gets 5 years ago, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, it's not that easy to spin Skepta, fam.
Yeah, I don't think so.
It's not. I know what you're saying, but
Especially,
it's not that
especially
easy,
when
bro.
it's when he's talking certain things.
Yeah.
If
And
you take
he's
it
in the
to-
success
to-
bracket now as well, so he's got more.
Bro, I'm
Oh,
not gonna lie,
yeah.
I don't think Skepta's ever been spun, bro.
I can't even. I'm gonna have to go and do my journalistic
Like, I don't think
integrity.
Skepta's ever been spun,
Yeah.
bro. Like, and he took off heads, bro. Like,
Yeah, and I know them man rate him highly.
because they're stylistically very different. Do you know what I mean? But,
Yeah.
bruv, to be able to deliver a somewhat simplistic style like Skepta does, it's a gift, bro. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but I heard what you were just saying, yeah.
And when he lands, though,
And what's so
he
annoying
lands.
is in my head I remember the proper bar in the comment. Because I didn't deliver it properly. I didn't represent. Skepta, I'm
Do you know what I
sorry.
mean? But you know when you heard it, you was
You're a
like, this is
Nigerian
madness.
brother. Is
I-
that what you're doing?
I apologize. I live in prostrate.
With blood pouring in these streets, that's how you're doing your black brother.
Nigeria still one lows. We need to go into that properly as well, even though I'm joking. Bro, my heart is hurting, bro. We need to talk properly. But yeah, you're right. There's a clarity. The reason why I say what I'm saying, like I feel like it was a little bit light, is because towards the end of the song, Skepta just does, he spits his classic go on in, draw for the shetty.
The wheeler.
Yeah, he spits that. So it wasn't really, it was more about the moment of me and Gets collaborating. It wasn't like really toe-to-toe show who's the, that's why I feel like it was still a certain level in it.
I want to see the video.
But I feel
to
like
be
in
honest.
Gets heart of hearts, because they never had the moment, because classic moment, Logan Sama, they're going back and forth, Skepta leaves early, his brothers wait for him downstairs, innit? And in the community we always joke about that. Then there's the Grime Daily Football Tournament, they're both on roller skates, and they're just kind of going back to back, and Gets is like, yo, you realise he's giving them man a free clash here. And it's even in the documentary where they're going back to back in the car park. So there's always been this little thing with them, innit? Like, and we've never really got it. And like I say, I feel like Gets still has the energy in it. And I'd like to see it.
He's got the energy.
Yeah.
But I don't know
wanna
if that
see
would
the
go
video.
to still.
Oh, you want to see? I think there's a video for it, innit?
Yeah.
There's a video for it. So.
And
I like that. Like, it's a shame that it's taken this long for them to make music, but I'm happy that we're getting moments, innit? And especially when people are like the peak of their powers, both
Bro,
of
do you
them.
know it's banging that it's taking this long?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
bro, think about how long that is.
Yeah.
Think about where they were then and
I
where
think
they
it's
are
perfect
now.
timing.
No, but
to
it's
be honest.
banging. But it's banging because of the context of like they're both doing well.
Yeah. That's what I was
Because it's not to keep kicking their back in. That Chip and Dizzy one for me, it's a miss. Like it feels like Dizzy is, I don't know how Vans feels about this, kind of going outside a little bit. Like his finger's not on the pulse, so he does the song with Skepta too late for me. That's not a moment.
Everything he does now, we consider too late.
He does the song with Chip too late. He even does the song with Smoke Boys far too late. Like they're disbanding. They're going to be done after this next tape. They're no longer group. When they were at the peak of their powers, who was collaborating with them? Skepta. at the peak of Suspect Powers, who's collaborating with him? Skepta, Jesse James Solomon, Skepta, Heady One on the album, Skepta. Like he always seems to be on the money with the young G's. Crept Conan early, he brought them on his tour, Skepta again. There's a difference with certain man, innit? And of course, Dizzy was so massive, you can miss shit because you're so big in it. I get it. But other man, you can see what they do in it. And like,
I'm not gonna lie, Skepta plays brilliantly, bruv.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, bruv.
For Donny, as old as he actually is, yeah, he will make you feel that he's 25.
His decision making is flawless, bruv.
Bro,
I swear down.
Do you know what? Yeah, people underestimate Skepta's artistry so much, bro. This guy is a musician and he's transcended from like so many different sounds, and he's a producer.
And you know the maddest thing is,
people are forgetting what man's like on the boards.
the maddest thing, he spits exactly the same as he did
Yeah.
15 years ago, and it still works.
Anyway, I hear Gets' album sounding a madness.
I love it. I would like to see. Yeah. So
I don't know that gets even in the slightest, bruv.
no. It's not.
Yeah,
It's not up for debate, man. When it comes to him. But yeah, no. I thoroughly enjoyed that song. Because it was a shame that it kind of got quiet for them. But I hope anyone listening, if you've not heard that, now you've heard it. Go and check it out. It's
bring it
called
back. I See Free.
I See Free by Gets featuring Skepta.